anything, even though it was like that classic like Thorn versus Raigon comp that I talked a little bit about yesterday. Like whenever we see that aggressive versus defensive, it always seems like the aggressive is winning on this patch. So given that the Raigon was picked for You Choose and can be picked again today, I'm a little bit concerned for Unlucky simply because like it just hasn't panned out well.
Yeah, and there is definitely value in us trying to talk about what Unlucky is struggling with. You know, while it doesn't feel good to talk about a team that really we don't think has much of a chance, we can still speak to why that is and what they can maybe do to improve. But they're going to do IVA for their first ban, Older for the first ban on You Choose. Remember, these are targeted bans, not global.
Yes.
That means You Choose cannot pick IVA. That means Unlucky cannot pick Older. But the teams can pick the ones that they have chosen.
Oh, the Jade picks up for You Choose. Interesting to note, Throat Puncher is playing for You Choose. Formerly known as Varosk, this guy is like the Jade god. He used
to the rebrand team, Varosk and Naraga.
Yep.
Yokis and, sorry.
Throat Puncher.
Throat Puncher.
And Naraga.
Throat Puncher.
Yeah.
Is that really what he wants me to shout out loud when he does something cool?
Isn't that so edgy?
That is. You're so right.
I feel like I'm 14 again.
Oh, the Throat Puncher! It is a fun thing to say, though, throat punching. Bako and Unlucky, I'm already a fan. You guys know I'm a filthy, filthy Bako main. I wonder who's playing Pearl. It wouldn't happen to be Naraga, would it?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
No, he doesn't play any Pearl.
I've never seen Naraga play Pearl before.
Is this the joke we're gonna call Throat Puncher
Varosk?
I already did it.
All our viewers, huh?
Well, the Paloma ban coming out for Mewtwo's, I like that quite a lot. Paloma is super good with the Varesh and also very helpful for Bakos. I'm sure you know Carpet.
Oh,
yeah. That other side, when you go in too hard, can just be so nice.
There's something about just, I mean, especially because the movement for Bako, we talked about yesterday, his mobility, especially his spacebar, becomes such a pivotal part of how he's going to control the next 10 to 15 seconds.
Yes.
If he lands that spacebar, if he forces something out of it, it becomes so dominant, especially if you build bravery into it, so you're getting also, damage reduction, so you can kind of go in a little bit cockier. But then if you also have other side after that, it's like, why not? I'm going to space, I'm going to E, Bulwark, I'm out. You also have War Shout if you have any energy, so you can pretty much rotate your own cooldowns, but that time you want to be just hyper-aggressive, why not?
Yep. And You Choose, they don't want to have to deal with that at all. The Blossom, it does help a little bit. Of course, like Tree, when you drop it on top of a Bako, it can be pretty nice. Nice amount of healing from that, but it's not the same as a Paloma hard out in the other side.
Yeah. I mean, the tree placement is something that I think is very easy to overlook when you're watching a Blossom, especially if you're not as expensive a player.
Yeah.
But watching Blossom place those trees, she has to make that conscious decision all the time. Do I want this tree to eat damage? Is that more valuable? Or is it more valuable to get that heal and put it behind them and let them eat the damage? If you have a 40 damage nuke coming at somebody, probably let the tree eat that, right? I mean, you're not going to out-heal that. But if it's just like, a couple of M1s coming from a Jade or an Esmo, while it kind of feels bad in emergency, you want to put it out in front, but stick it behind your ally. That way they can get the heals over time. Stack it with some M2s, and they probably won't get any max health off of them.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of huge projectiles in this game actually for the Blossom tree to block, though. Of course, there's Snipe, but Snipe will just go right through it. That piercing projectile, it'll only deal 25 damage after the damage reduction from the first hit, but that's still a noticeable chunk, especially when you take into account the stun that comes with it.
Yeah.
The tree, though, I do really like it against the Jade. The Blossom, just in general, good against Jade because Gust is available, which is very helpful for that Snipe. I also just really am scared for the Jade in general because the Varesh, very good against her because she wants to post up and snipe occasionally. She only has so many outs against a Judgment Shatter combo, which is pretty scary. The counter also very easy for the, oh my gosh, for the Varesh to get procced because how Jade's M1 works. So in general, the matchup just very, very much so favored on the side of the blue team. But it is, once again, Throat Puncher's Jade, so he's one of the best of the best. And they do have the Pearl. The Pearl's cleanse on the Bubble Shield, very, very good against Varesh, simply because you just cleanse off the Judgment when he wants to combo you. So there is counterplay, but in terms of the ranged matchup, I'm definitely favoring Unlucky here.
I think a lot of it's going to determine on how these Bakos decide to peel, what they decide to do with their abilities. Are they going to just go aggressive on the back line so that their range can just kind of show up behind them and deal the damage? Or are they actually going to, use their cooldowns for some good peel to try and push? Let's say Varesh is coming down on Jade, right? If I notice that he's getting some good combos and she's getting silenced or she's really, really caught out, use your EXE, smack him into a wall, put the pressure on him, maybe force him to use that counter, do your best to not proc it so that he can't continue to just go right behind you and go for Jade, which is kind of the big issue. I'm getting comfortable here, guys.
Yeah.
That's how I analyze.
He's cozy.
Yeah.
He's got that knee up and everything, yeah.
Obviously, the players are taking a little bit of time to get in there.
Also, do you see how he's positioned? He stares at me like this all game.
I did.
He doesn't even watch the map.
I don't. I actually look at the reflection of your glasses.
Yeah.
And that's how I watch it. I just stare at your glasses and you stare down at the screen. That's how I figure it out.
Yeah, I got those nice frames. They're reflective. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's just for this cast, just to help you
It's
out.
so cool. I love having really reflective glasses so that it get glare all the time. It's actually
It's amazing, yeah.
super useful.
I have my desk positioned in front of my window too, just so I can always get that glare.
You want glare on your glass, and there's also a window behind you, so your monitor's getting glare. God, what a terrible life. Imagine if that was your curse, so that everything you looked at had glare.
Yeah, lucky I don't actually have to deal with that. I don't have those glasses. you shine enough for me on this broadcast. I don't need that glare.
That was cute. That's a cute
Thank you.
one. I like that one.
I like the one that compliments me.
I mean, I already knew it, but it's just nice to hear it. It's just really nice to hear it.
Yeah, but we do have a little bit of a pause. We'll be getting back into it shortly. We're on Dragon Guard tonight, a pretty good map for the Bako. Like we talk about often, Bako really likes playing around walls. Very, very favorable when he can get an enemy up against the wall, pin him into it, hit him with that empowered M1 after the dash. Just in general, very, very good for the Bako, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah, and it really depends on how he builds, because you kind of see the trade-off on Battlerite. Sometimes they'll build the empowered M1 on the E, so they get the E. They'll get maybe potential, if they even want to build like bonus damage when you smack into the wall, plus a charged M1.
Right.
And that's if you want to go combo Bako. It depends on how your team's playing and if you think you have to be the damage dealer. A lot of times if I'm playing threes, you get a little bit more value in things like bravery and things like speed bulwark, right? In threes, there's so much movement. All of a sudden, your teammate gets pulled by something nasty or pushed somewhere. You really need to help him out. Especially going against the Jade, having speed bulwark. I heard it from, I think it was Finlev, a legendary North American. Legendary, but he called it NASCAR Bako, I think is what he called it.
Yeah.
Because you just run around and it's at the point where if I'm like a certain distance away and an opponent Jade's trying to ult my teammate, they just subconsciously know I can't get there in time, but they forget I have speed bulwark. I'm like, and I just kind of whiz by. I'm able to smack at least one of her ults back at her face before she can react in time. Even when I'm up against like really good players, I'm like, how? Whatever. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, if you know you're going to get more value out of your defensive Battlerites, is where Bakos tend to usually build a little more defensive. If you don't have a support that'll stick with you, you can potentially get the heal axe, which is at its ups and downs.
Yeah, it's been changed so much, the heal axe. That's a tricky one to balance.
It's changed between like healing is 6 or 10, which is even funnier. It's like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Because we've had conversations about shields. Shields are so important, but they're essentially heals with timing.
Yeah.
Right? It's all about timing. And this war shot's nasty.
So good.
But you can also just waste 1 of energy because you go, rah! And then you don't have your space bar to engage. And they're like, okay, cool.
Yep.
They just ignore you. You might throw an axe at them, and it's like, why did I just shield myself?
Yeah.
Grab.
Yep. And if you get that heal on the War Axe, obviously, it just heals you.
Yeah.
Like if you're way back and you use War Shout, you get no value, right?
Yeah.
But if you're way back, you hit a healing axe, you heal for 10, you're like, sick, I have 10 more HP. So yeah, in general, just the heal. It's been so hard to balance for that reason because it can be so good, but also it's just too good.
Yeah.
When it's too much.
And I just saw someone mention it. Bravery is definitely a must in threes. You have to have the Bravery Battlerite. Whenever you use spacebar, you'll notice that whenever you see Bako spacebar, there'll be a circle around it. There'll be like a big old circle. And then sometimes you'll see a second one, a light blue circle. It's a little bit larger. Yeah. That's the Battlerite. Anyone that is in that when he lands gets reduced damage. I think it's 33% or something.
Yeah.
33% reduced damage. Good. I should know this off the top of my head, but now it's like just melted into my brain. I just memorized the numbers.
And that's one of the reasons he's so good with Ulrich, right? Because Ulrich always wants to be in that space with the Bako when you can go in. You get in there, and then you also give the damage reduction to the Ulrich, who then gives you the shield with the EX shield, which is just so good. In general, that comp's so synergistic. But we won't have that kind of synergy with the comp Unlucky is playing because they only have the Bako to go in. Like the Varesh not really wanting to go in. Blossom also like her worst nightmare is being in. So I don't actually know if that Battlerite's going to be 2 value bravery. Of course, 33 damage reduction is huge, especially when enemies are like trying to engage on you and go in and you have to space back to an ally. But it's not like it's going to be used offensively in this game.
And it really depends on timing, because if you go in and get that reduced damage, Blossom put the tree behind you. Once Bravery's out, you use your War Shout. Once War Shout's out, you use your Bulwark.
Yep.
By then, now what? Now you can use your E, smack one to the wall, you have your space back up. So again, all about rotations. But I want to talk a little about Pearl while we have the time. We don't see Pearl very often.
Yeah.
I think I forgot the L on that. Purr.
Purr. I heard purr.
Talk a little about purr.
Talk about purr.
Purr. Get out of here.
We're definitely North American here. Talk about purr.
We don't see pearls very often aside from people that main pearls.
Yeah, definitely not.
It's not someone that you think like, this will be good in my team comp. Because she just doesn't have any CC, really. She has her ultimate. She has slows from bubbles, which, let's be honest, no one walks into.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going to be like, oh, no, where'd this come from? And then you have your silence, which is a giant, large projectile that everyone sees sitting in your M1. It's not like you can catch them off guard and cast it.
Yeah, and the cast time's like, it like takes forever. It's reactive.
Yeah. So when we see pearls in compositions, we can see nasty combos come out of it.
Oh,
but
yes.
Why don't we talk a little bit about where we see Pearl's like strengths and weaknesses while we clearly have a little bit of time.
Is this where I do my analyst thing?
I'll join you, but yeah, this one's for you.
Sick. All right, we can go. Yeah, Pearl's weird. Like the best, or she succeeds kind of like, or she plays kind of like Jumong does in terms of her ranged hero. She's like a support that thrives off pressure. She wants to push forward, drop down bubbles, and just throw M1s at you and get you out of the center, and then take orb after orb. She's very, very good at doing that, and if the early game goes well for a Pearl, it's so hard to get center control back from the Pearl team, simply because she'll post up in your choke. She'll throw bubbles there, and you can't really get past the bubbles unless you want to iframe in, at which point if you're a Jade and you're blast bolting in, or you're a Varesh and you're like using your relocate to go in, you're just kind of get ruined, right?
Yeah.
So it's very hard to get mid control back against a Pearl. So she's really good at pressure, taking orbs as a result, and kind of winning through this war of attrition. She's also very, very good when when everything gets really small in the sudden death, because the ulti, you have to use an iframe to dodge it. You can't WASD it unless you're going into sudden death, which is bad. You don't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
So those are kind of her strengths, but her weaknesses, obviously she doesn't give too much to her team. She only has the cleanse on her bubble shield. That's like all she can really do for an ally, and it's only a 25 shield. It's not like it's a Lucy barrier on like an 11-second cooldown that gives a 50 shield. It's a 15-second cooldown that only gives 25 shields. So she doesn't really help out allies when they're being engaged on really hard. And that's what you'll see teams try to do against Pearl quite often. You'll see them dive super hard into the allies of the Pearl, and then like EOCast, Naraga will just kind of sit there and be like, well, I guess I'm going to try to M1 them to peel them off. But it doesn't really work out all the time.
So it appears the pause has ended, and it also appears that daytime has come.
Okay.
I think we're on Dragon Garden Day now.
That was nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Garden Day. This is a good map for the Pearl. Obviously, those chokes that I was talking about, how Pearl wants to play. She wants to post up and keep enemies out of the center. Dragon Garden Day, the chokes into the center are very small. They will be amply covered by just one cast of the bubble, especially if EOCast takes, or Naraga, apologies, takes the recast. Like, both of the bubbles will just completely hold out that choke, and then enemies, if they ever find themselves outside of that center, I have a very hard time getting back in.
I love this map.
It's pretty.
It looks so pretty, especially flying around in this drone of destiny.
No, there's no destiny in this game, Carpet.
I hate you.
Me too.
Oh, that was too real.
Too real?
That was too real. Me too. All right, win score 5, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to call it a best of 1. It's best of 1, though.
Yeah, you just did. All right, you choose versus Unlucky. See if they are able to get into mid and hold it. We see Naraga posting up, throwing out those bubbles, trying to cancel, or fake casting that M1, getting the bulwark.
Got it, got the silence. He's used his dash. He has to get the shield. We see Corrupted go in there as well. He's gotten the pin against the wall.
Oh, nice tonight. Yeah, Corrupted. He actually got that bubble shield, and he also used his war shot here. A little bit of a stacking of cooldowns. The end cap is going to come out on the Varesh down bottom, though, but not very much damage is going to come out as a result.
Yeah, no charged actions for either of these Bakas, I do not think. Baka's going to have a hard time against Jade, but he's trying to find the punishment. Throat puncher there. Does get the stun. Condemned following, but he doesn't get the space on it. He's got he's got nothing left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every single bullet smacking him. But he does get shielded. He's still losing so much health right now.
Yeah, they do manage to get back. No, Corrupted. He's not about that. He's going to ulti for that orb, and he will get it across the map. Throat puncher hits a snipe on the Blossom down bottom, too. Blanksy's sitting on that Dance of the Dryads. We'll see if he's able to get anything from it. But right now, Yuchu's looking like they have the advantage.
He got pinned by Bako and wasn't aware of that bulwark cooldown, so he didn't want to use the ult just in case. especially because he couldn't even flick and turn around.
Oh,
Incapacitate again. And who did the damage? They should have gotten that ultimate off, flicking away from the bulwark. Condemned now trying to engage while he has the chance. He's dealing a lot of damage here to Throat Puncher. He gets the full Blood Axe as well right before the shield comes out. Jade is incredibly low.
Yeah, Throat Puncher. Oh, God, dude. Condemned is ruining Throat Puncher at the moment. Not only did he reflect the ultimate, but he also reflects that snipe, and Throat Puncher dealing more damage to himself than anything else right now. They will get the orb, though. U2's now at 4-0 orbs, but the HP advantage is only 5%. Unlucky are definitely not out of this round.
Will we see the ult combo, and from which side? We almost have all ults for U2's, 2 for Unlucky right now. Counter hit for Varesh.
Oh! The ulti.
There's the ult from one. Here's going to be the ult from other Bako. Is he waiting for it? He wants Corrupted to make sure he's got no more outs. Where is it? There's the bulwark.
Gets those greens.
Got the dash in the weekend. Maybe he'll ult for orb. He's just ulting. He gets him on the landing on the spacebar. Disgusting timing. Throat Puncher goes down. Varesh is able to deal the damage out. The stun onto Bako. The bulwark is down. He gets the weaken, but he smacks himself with an axe. Naraga's got an ult. Right now, Bako's just doing everything he can to force these outs. Oh, just barely missed it, and he's so low, he needs the heals.
Up top, the Blossom, she gets thrown into the sudden death. Blanks, he's getting really low. Oh no, Corrupted misses that dash. Not going to be able to push Blanks out into the sudden death. Trying to find the kill here is Naraga. He gets that silence.
The silence.
The Dance of the Dryades is in the bubble, and they get the kill onto Blanks, who is out in sudden death. They might be able to do this.
Cap on one. He got the stun. Can he do this?
The Pearl, though, knocked down to sudden death. So much damage from that.
Baiting out one. He got the bulwark out. Oh, this is actually still not terrible for Naraga. Oh, no, now it's terrible.
Yeah, missing that counter going to cost him his life. Unlucky. They managed to take that round even though the red team had 5 orbs to 1 carpet. That's actually pretty insane that with that kind of advantage, U2's wasn't able to pull it out.
I'm actually pretty surprised they were able to take that victory. Jade, Throat Puncher. He's Jade this. I'm not calling him Throat Puncher. I'm not saying Throat Puncher all day. Jeez, come on, Varosk. You know better. Throat Puncher.
Excuse you, it's Throat Puncher?
Sorry, Throat Puncher.
Professional caster.
Anyways, Throat Puncher struggled a little bit, I feel like, to get a lot of max health damage in there. I actually think Condemned, considering that it's really difficult sometimes for Bako to go up against the Jade, played it really well, put the pressure on the moment he knew she didn't have a lot of outs.
Oh, God.
This time, Varesh is going to see the early pain. Yeah. Bait up the counter. Bako decides to leave instead.
Corrupted got quite a lot of damage out this time. He got a nice amount of energy too, Carpet. He's almost on 3 bars, getting ever so close to that big Bako ultimate. Pretty impactful here. Naraga posting up with that bubble, trying to find some aggression here. And look at U2's positioning. Unlucky trying to get back into mid, but U2's doing so much damage to him in the process.
And you talked about it. Corrupted actually hasn't built the bravery.
Oh.
Nice absorb from the tree, but there it is. I mean, having a Pearlier team, you can just see the choke right now. They're stuck out here. Even with that gust throwing back to Jade, it takes almost no max health off of him. Bako's just going in and out and in and out.
Yep.
Actually using his space to disengage is how well he's able to keep that pressure up. Just using bulwark and E to try and push in. Gets the weaken on.
Ooh.
And the ultimate, knowing he has nothing left. He's stuck in the corner. Gets the space bar, the silence as well. The chain CC. Condemned nearly goes down, and he gets stunned by the bulwark. We've seen ultimate from Varesh. His counter gets hit. Blanks has his too, so there could be a big combo coming out soon.
Oh my God. Nice disabling shot into the ultimate here, but the bulwark positioning right in front of the Jade is Condemned, trying to get the damage out, but Condemned might go down in the process. Varesh, he's going to need to have a huge ultimate here. The Dance of the Dryades is going to dodge the jaws, but it might be too little too late as the Bako getting so low. And they actually got a huge chunk on Corrupted too in the process. This is still definitely favoring U2's, but if Corrupted gets burst down here from one mistake, Unlucky could take this round.
The full Varesh ult into Corrupted is where all that health went. The debuff plus anything else coming his way. In double incapacitate, they could try and chain onto Bako, but his bulwark is up. He gets bubble shielded as well, so he still has his war shout. Meanwhile, bottom Jade is trying her best to just keep people away. Corrupted wants to try and close the gap on this, but he just can't find it. Bako's gone in. He might just go all in until he gets the kill. Here's the ultimate again. 1, 2. He actually just changes targets. Then instead, they're going to get the kill on the ally down bottom.
I'm very surprised the Varesh didn't choose to kill Corrupted there. They might still manage to find the kill, but it's looking like they won't be able to. I feel like Corrupted would have just died had Furyk instead gone onto the red Bako.
Like that?
Yeah, just like that. But 2v3 now, Naraga, he's got that ultimate. This is going to have to be insane from Furyk if he wants this game. Not going to get it.
I'm assuming he had lost track of one of the cooldowns and was just a little bit too timid to want to go in on that, right?
Yeah.
Because I think both Bakos have built the weaken bulwark, so they're able to get that extra dash. They put up the bulwark, they can also dash after that.
Right.
So he's got to worry about the E, he's got to worry about the Q, and he's got to worry about the space.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing he lost one of those, so he got the first one, and he's like, I don't think I'm going to get the second one. So he figured he'd change targets. But I'm with you, man. At that point, even if you missed that second ult, maybe he could have killed him anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, he still had plenty of cooldowns. I'm sure he could have dealt with it. And Corrupted was looking mighty low.
It is pretty tempting, though, to put that judgment on everybody. It's a pretty good debuff, so to want to get that on everybody, I can't really blame him. You choose not being quite so successful early on. Naraga kind of shut down here. The Bako trying to aggress and getting quite a lot of damage onto Throat Puncher. Condemned actually trading very nice here. Wow, actually bodying this 1v2, forcing out the JDXQ. He will have to disengage here, though, soon.
He hasn't yet. He's about to get...
Oh, wow.
He stays in, gets the double incapacitate. More max health, fully charged M2 into Throat Puncher.
Right.
Meanwhile, his team gets the orb. Condemned is doing an incredible job of turning this for his team early on.
Yeah, dude, Condemned owned this early game here. There's going to be a pretty big combo here onto the Blossom. The Jaws comes out. Nice job once again by Condemned, but the disabling shot from Jade ensuring that he couldn't do much more. Unlucky. It's been brought back onto YouTube's side.
Stacked on shields. Condemned's actually got nothing left. He might just get bursted. He might have gone too far. He spaces out. His team gets the orb.
Get the greens. Bako gonna pick up the greens. Condemned definitely needed those. Throat Puncher throwing out that snipe onto Furyk. Shield's gonna be there to mitigate all of that damage.
Bako in and out. EXM2 on the Throat Puncher. Double debuff. Trying to be careful. Still found in the invis. Resh poking from a distance, using the ultimate to secure the orb, and they will. That's 3 orbs to none. Bako tried to come down on Throat Puncher, but he wasn't able to find. I believe that might have been an incapacitate.
No luck there. Oh, nice green steal by Corrupted too, understanding that Condemned needed that recoverable HP. The double incap too. The last shot from the explosive shell is going to land and get a nice amount of damage. And now you choose. They're poised to take this orb. Unlucky. A nice crush. Actually going to help him steal it.
They were able to snag that 4 orbs to none now. Bako.
Oh.
Bako beat Bako on the bottom. Corrupted actually might go down here. The silence, it's going to bring him down to just a sliver of health. Incapacity onto Varesh. I don't know what you're doing down there. What are you doing, Corrupted? He just dashed into the nether for no reason. The ultimate, but silenced out of it. Blanks actually might just go down. He does.
Dude, that EXQ, or that EXE from Bako is so stylish.
I love it.
Knocking him into the wall in the sudden death, getting that extra 15 damage. Corrupted. He's getting pretty low here, and he actually does fall. Throat Puncher and against Condemned. Furyk, if he had that ultimate here, he actually knocks the Pearl out, or not the Pearl, but rather Throat Puncher into the sudden death. Gets a nice amount of damage. Oh, that counter not being procced is pretty sad.
That was nice. Throat Puncher, I think, deliberately M1 next to him so that he would proc that, or at least try and proc the counter. Oh! Kept that straight ahead. You choose, able to snag that one. That was their first orb, though. Something to mention. That was literally their first orb.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane that was their first orb. I hadn't even realized it before you mentioned it. But yeah, Unlucky, I guess, just had complete mid-control the whole time. And it's off the back of Condemned's early play. We saw him early on go up against Naraga and Throat Puncher and just like dominate that 1v2, forcing out so many cooldowns and trading effectively in terms of HP. Very, very nice play from him, but inevitably he just engaged too hard. One too many Bako spaces in, gonna cost him too much of his HP and eventually his life.
And I mean, you get confident when you have your support there, but all it takes is that one moment somebody incaps your support, stuns him, pushes him just out of range. Now you're caught in a bad spot. Go up to the flanks, trying to put that pressure on each other's backlines. Ooh, interesting. Corrupted actually using his space to get out of there. Yeah, the missed EXM2 from Furyk. It's going to feel a little bit bad, wasted energy.
Yeah, a little bit of wasted energy there. And you choose will get the orb, so Unlucky not able to reclaim that energy.
Bidding up the counter from Furyk. Corrupted, trying to smack on Condemned, but Condemned really hasn't lost, almost no one's lost a lot of max health, but here might be his combos pushed in as well, plus the stun and the snipe and the ultimate. Look at this, Jade now dealing so much damage from a distance.
Yeah, that was a really nice ulti. We got a lot of damage out of that. Yuchu's gonna secure another orb too, getting so much closer to that Jade ultimate. The snipe gonna be canceled because he didn't want to hit the forward, but my god, this damage carpet, the Bako ultimate, the counter is procced, saving Furyk's life, but I'm not sure how much longer he'll be alive for. He's so low.
Even if he hits that counter, it's 82% health pool to 55, 30% difference right now. Furyk has to be very careful. He sees the target. That's 3 orbs now for Yuchu's. Unlucky he's gotten none. Double incapacitate coming in. There's a stun. Silence. Condemned just really wants to close this gap. Throat Puncher still has full health. Counter hit for Furyk, but that means they know that he has nothing left. He uses R. He is a sitting duck right now. Bako's trying to put the body block. The AoE silence.
Oh, that's snipe. So close to killing off Furyk. The ultimate, will it do the job? No, the splash just barely off. Condemned getting so low too. Everybody on the side of Unlucky getting so close to death, barring the Blossom. And Furyk will go down.
At that point, I was a little bit worried that they may have been tunneling onto Furyk because he was so low, and they had opportunities to start to punish Condemned because Condemned knew he had to start body blocking.
Yeah.
He had to get the war shouts out. So using a lot of cooldowns actually to protect as opposed for his own desire and safety. So if they had gone on Furyk a little bit too long, and Furyk was able to get supported enough to where they couldn't get the kill, there's a chance they could have lost an opportunity. I love that so much.
Dude, I love the blinding light. It's good. You just look into it too long, it's like welding. Just don't look into the light. You'll lose your vision.
Whenever that happens, I actually realize that I stopped paying attention to the game and just watch and listen like as like something's just bouncing between two bulwarks.
Dude, it's so fun to just watch and be like, who wins?
Yeah.
Whose bulwark was last?
Whose bulwark's gonna get it? Especially when it's like a snipe.
Yeah.
The snipes are really fun.
Dude, then it's high tension.
Yeah.
The snipe is like, oh god, that's 36 damage in a half-second stun.
It's like lethal ping pong.
Yeah, lethal ping pong.
I wish that every time it bounced, it dealt more damage, so they were both like looking at 150 damage. Like,
Suddenly,
what do I do?
You just die. Man, the bubbles doing a good job zoning out Blanks and Furyk early on this game. You choose not getting as much ground as they were earlier on, though. Look at Naraga. It's just like I talked about. Pearl playing so well with aggression, just stepping forward, trying to get some damage, getting a nice chunk too, and the orb.
3 of life there, actually in front of Furyk, trying to protect him from damage. I love seeing how Condemned plays Bako. A little bit different than what I've seen. He always uses space to disengage. He pushes them back. He really just wants mid-control. He's forcing just enough cooldowns. He's like, all right, I'm coming back for orb. Forces cooldowns again. All right, I'm coming back for greens.
Ooh, that was a big space. Landing on 2. This Pearl's in a little bit of trouble here, and the dash is going to get Condemned out of the jaws. Not getting as much of a punish onto Naraga, though, as they wanted it. On the other side, Condemned taking quite a big punish himself. This orb has been largely ignored, and now the ultimate from Corrupted, not getting as much as I would have liked onto Condemned. And you choose get the orb. Unlucky.
The snipe for the orb. Condemned trying to push Jade back, but she's still in range of the M1s. There's the silence from Naraga. They're going to come out to Bako. He spaces for the greens. In the meantime, you're going to see Corrupted try and put pressure. He gets the in cap, followed by the silence. The rest just twirling around, waiting for it to wear off. Condemned missing his blood axe. Orb's coming up. Who will control this? In cap onto 1. Orb still getting ignored.
Yeah, no.
Want the kill. The snipe doesn't get it, but the blood axe will. Unlucky will secure their first orb of the round, but Condemned has his ultimate. Here it comes. Gets down Bako and takes the kill. That's the turnaround, but did he dedicate too many cooldowns? Will he go down right now? They need this kill. If You Choose can't secure this, they're going to feel the pain.
Yeah, he tries to mount up, but Throw Puncher's like, I'm having none of that. All right, so we have a couple ultis on board, Carpet. We got an ulti on Naraga, and we got an ulti on Jade.
There's the dash, there's the ult. It got pushed, and now he's in Bako has nothing left. He's going to get pushed into the nether, maybe suppressed as well.
Oh, that Forest Sanctuary, beautifully placed. And Jade, not going to get hit. Furyk.
What? Jade!
Throw Puncher.
Throw Puncher, come on!
This one's over. I'm out. I'm going out on my own terms.
Get a hold of yourself. Come on, man.
2-3.
You always fight to the bitter end. You don't stop till the whistle blows. Isn't that what the coach told you? Never stop till the whistle blows.
Maybe he never played sports. This is competitive gaming, Carpet. It's very likely that these people haven't left their house for 6 months.
It's esports. It's the same thing. It's competitive games, man. You fight till the bitter end.
Yeah, that round, it didn't look too good for the blue team. I'm actually pretty surprised they were able to bring it back.
That kill on Bako, honestly.
Yeah, dude, that space in from Condemned, spacing in and then getting that ultimate immediately after, that's a lot of damage coming out from Bako. It's like the 22 plus the 60 from the ultimate. Big damage combo.
Initial poke. These two supports are so strong, it's like almost nothing happens for the first like 30 seconds. No one takes max health, and a lot of things connect. Just kind of hanging out. Orb is now up. You choose. Oh!
Red team.
They almost let him get it.
Yeah, Condemned almost spaced in there and stole it, but You Choose is still going to get that one. Condemned taking quite a bit of damage too from Throw Puncher. Wow, look at Throw Puncher's energy. He's already got a full ulti. A nice snipe onto Blanks too. This round is starting off pretty well for the red team, Carpet.
Oh, look at that. The silence on the Condemned. Trees come out, which means nothing left for Blanks. As far as support's concerned, aside from his M2s. Oh, unlucky. I think it was Blossom actually stole that.
Yeah, it was the crush from Furyk, actually. He placed a nice crush, and the snipe left the orb with 6 HP, so Furyk got the orb. Down bottom, there's a battle of the Bakos, Corrupted versus Condemned. The two names I always mix up. The Inhibitor's Guard gonna help Condemned win that fight. Now he's chasing down Corrupted. Oh. That space might have been a mistake, but that ulti was not. Big damage onto Corrupted.
Ult him back.
Corrupted
oh!
his. so unfortunate.
From point blank, he'd expected the WASD the other direction. I don't know what that was. Maybe just a misclick. That's got to hurt. But he was still able to get his opponent Bako low enough. He still won that trade overall. There's a little bit of trying to remind me to talk about a move a little bit later that he did. There's going to be the stun while the shield is up. But that means Dryads comes out since Bulwark is down.
They got that orb carpet.
They did.
Hand of Judgment onto Corrupted, though, going to lead into a nice bit of damage. Look at Furyk's positioning. He is up in there on this Varesh.
Naraga, double debuff. There's the ultimate. They find the in-cap on Bako. This is it. They have to get this lineup. The snipe's coming. The suppression's coming. Look at that. The silence.
The silence!
Able to get the combo off. That's what they've been looking for this whole series.
Yeah, that combo's nasty, too. That's so much damage. It's like 80 damage plus M1s plus silence from Throw Puncher. So much. Speaking of damage, Furyk putting quite a lot onto Naraga. The crush, forcing out that space. The dive no longer available, but Furyk, he's got nothing left in the tank to punish with. We talked about yesterday in North America. You need to be able to engage. Oh!
Is he going to get the pearl? He's so close. How is he still alive? That's it. Nope. Counter.
Yep. Not able to get the kill. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday in North America. You have to be able to hold that like perfect amount of gas in the tank when you're in that 2v3 situation. You got to know exactly what you can put out, but not too much.
Yeah.
And Furyk putting out a little bit too much there. Naraga had too many answers to what he wanted to do. Not going to be able to get that 2v3. What did you want to talk about? You wanted to talk about
something fun. So in the Bako 1v1 down bottom, they were pretty much just trading back and forth. We saw Corrupted actually getting his bulwark, getting a stun on the opponent Bako. Got a little bit better in the trade. They both war shouted. They both M1 through each other's war shouts.
Yes.
And then the moment that Varesh's shield showed up, Corrupted saw that,
he's like,
so
nope.
he eat him into the wall to get the stun, got one M1 to build energy, then spaced out. So he got no value out of that shield. He just built up some of his own energy, and his opponent got nothing out of the shield. So he realized all of a sudden, I'm losing this trade because he's got more shield than I do. And it was really cool to actually see him get the stun, disengage, and not actually lose that trade. But Furyk this time taking a lot of early damage. Corrupted's gone in, but has he gone in too far? Double weaken. Double, oh my god, how'd they already get an ultimate?
Wow, yeah.
So does Throat Puncher, what is happening?
Yeah, that early orb take plus just the amount of M1s that both Throat Puncher and Corrupted were getting, leading to early ultimates here. Oh god, the snipe from the double in-cap, the shields are there, but it's not enough from that wash out. So much energy being built off that too. Throat Puncher using his ultimate actually to not too much effect here, but you choose, they secure another orb.
Naraga getting his counter baited. He's got his silence. Him and Condemn are just staring at each other. He's waiting for the bulwark, and there it comes out. He's officially baited it. Corrupted putting pressure on the backline, though. Corrupted had no support.
Nice snipe. He's getting a lot of these snipes, just tip of the hitbox. Throw Puncher, he's on another ultimate already, Carpet. Second orb hadn't even spawned yet.
Almost 5 ultimates available right now. 3 almost on the side of Unlucky. There's one in cap, almost another. Throw Puncher's got an ult. He's waiting for the bulwark. He's waiting for that to be down. He wants to bait it. Look at him. As many M1s as possible. The Bako 1v1 might bait it out. Nope, forcing. 1 to go. There's an ultimate from Bako also. Everyone's got ult right now, pretty much. At least damn close. There's the orb. That'll give Corrupted his ult. 3 ults right now for you choose.
Yeah, the HP pool is pretty similar here too. We'll see which team can get more value out of their ultimates. Furyk not on his, and he's taking quite a bit of damage here. This Varesh desperately needs his ultimate if they want to punish Naraga.
Mid-range poke, and again, the 1v1 Bako at the bottom. They're just trying to see who can do what. But now he knows Corrupted doesn't have his ultimate because he just watched him EX. Both of them just watch each other use energy. There's the snipe. You choose 5 orbs to none. There's the ultimate. He does smack into 1, followed by the ultimate from Jade.
Dude, Furyk just panicked and used so many cooldowns at the same time, too. He used both his R and the inhibitor's guard. He's got nothing left but the counter. Luckily, it's procced, but still, so much damage has been done to him as a result. He's likely going to go down here. So close, the silence comes out. Furyk, the counter, the cooldowns just back up in time. No in-cap going to be found from Condemned Space In. On the other hand,
there we go.
Get a nice double in-cap there, leading to the EXM2 from Jade. Getting so close here in the sudden death. Pearl's on the ultimate Carpet. Gonna land on the Blossom, throw out in the sudden death. Furyk likely gonna fall too. You choose. Gonna take this game, it looks like.
Oh no, Throw Puncher nearly went down, going a little bit hard for that. If that was an EXE,
EX Space, yeah.
Or EX Space, yeah. If she could have actually pushed Jade on the way in there, that would have been pretty disgusting. But that's going to be it. You choose. A little bit of a mid-range poke game there. Like 5 minutes. It feels like 5 minutes. Like 2 minutes in.
Yeah.
Everything slowed down. They kind of agreed, like, let's just sit at half health real quick, guys.
Let's just farm orbs. Play safe.
Let's just farm some orbs.
But yeah, that's the strength of that Pearl comp, and I actually really like Pearl on this map. In a really strange way, the chokes on this map remind me of Skyring Day. You know Skyring Day, the really small map we saw yesterday?
Yeah.
I know you know. I'm just telling the people. In the
Yeah, I mean, you know.
But yeah, those small chokes. The Pearl's very good on both of these maps because the bubbles just posting up in those chokes makes it so hard for enemies to get back into it. It's a little